Hello, everyone. My name is Akita Carrier Aurora, and thank you for joining me at Spirit Prescriptions. Today's session is going to be quite intimate and love filled. We are now tapping into relationships and the whole energy of love. And all relationships are important. We grow so much through our relationships. So I thought it was time to really dive into relationships, the whole subject of love. I know I do a lot of work on a lot of videos on soul growth and manifesting and tapping into our divinity and our uniqueness, but I was guided to start doing readings on love and relationships because we grow so much and we go through so much with our different relationships, not just love relationships, but our um, family relationships, our relationships with our coworkers and friends and the loved ones. And we can't really take love out of any relationship because once you are exchanging energy with somebody, we would hope that there is an element of love there, no matter what category that you're putting that relationship in. Okay, so because it's my first one doing on YouTube, I decided that what I wanted to do is really address all of the signs, right? Because we always gravitate to our astrology. So I'm gonna read 13 cards. Each of them are coming from the Rumi deck, the Rumi Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, and it's divine messages. It's messages from the divine heart, and they are really deep. I'm going to read them straight from the book. Um, I do not know. I have a circle of 13 cards, one for each zodiac, and then one in the center for everybody. That's going to be the galactic message. Like I said, this is a new deck because I'm just started to get into doing relationship readings, specifically love relationship readings. And I came across this one and I love Rumi. Rumi is a 13 for those of you who are not familiar with Rumi. Rumi is a 13th century poet and mystic, and he studied several types of religions and spiritualities, and his work is a result of all of that which he knew, right? That melding and melting, and that whole tapestry of different things, which is a beautiful way, especially if you're a student of spirituality, to look through all of the different modules and types and religions to learn and pick up different things because the truth is never truly denied, right? And there's a frequency and there's an essence that you pick up, and like they say, the devil is in the details. But the more and more you explore these different spiritualities and religions, you truly see what's common among them, and that is the truth, right? So we're going to tap into Rumi, and like I said, that it's going to be some really deep messages, and then we're going to go into, but it's going to touch your heart, and I do trust that whatever message is for you, that it is divine and that it will resonate with you. Then we're going to also look, and I actually might start with these ones. We're going to look at the Elqui deck, which is a new deck I got as well. And I love this one. It has a lot of feminine energy. It's all feminine energy. Um, and it points out our shadows. It's an interesting deck. What I picked up on it so far, it's like it taps into your subconscious mind, and maybe that's why she's dressed in that black. And so it taps into that shadow energy, but it has this true understanding that if we're beyond duality, you truly understand exactly what to do with that shadow energy and how that shadow energy truly is a teacher, and it's a guiding light, truly teaching you. It's like when the student is ready, the master appears. So the master could be the shadow energy, and the student is the one that is not afraid to walk away from that shadow and really says, hey, shadow, teach me something now. And as we focus on our shadows in a way that enlightens them. Truly, enlightenment is to bring in the light. So, if we can focus on that shadow and the intention is enlightenment, then we've truly captured the gold. Okay, so I wanted to bring these two decks together to truly get the divine message from the heart, or the messages from the divine heart, as well as the subconscious shadow energy guiding us how to work through that with the messages from our heart. Okay, so that's what Spirit told me to do today. And I hope it goes well. I actually set these cards up from last night. I put them in a beautiful circle and I laid crystals on them. So we have 13 cards and 13 crystals. I'm calling it my Rumi Roundtable. And then I also took out, last night, I also took out 12 cards already from 13 cards from the El Cree deck. And I'm going to match them up with the card as I pull them out. Okay. And this is going to be zodiac, right? So we're going to look at them. We're going to look at all of the signs. And then I'm just going to timestamp each of them so that whoever catches this can go directly to your time step. And because this is the beginning, let's start with the collective message. All right, this is the introduction, and I do not know what these cards are, so it's gonna. I guess my intention was to truly just read from the book because the Rumi messages are deep and they are pretty lengthy. So I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna take the message directly from the book. People can connect with it and resonate and take from it what they want to take from it. But if I do feel like there's any synchronicity, or if I am getting any other guidance, then I would definitely share that with you. Okay, so let's tap into the collective message, the first one out, and I want to really just focus the energy on to the round table and to the cards and the crystals. So we're going to take it straight down to the table now and enter into this beautiful circle of crystals and cards. And I hope that okay. Right. And like I said, this is my first one. I haven't done this before. So we're just going to see how it goes. Okay, so the first one in the crystal is amethyst. And this is going to be the collective message. Oh, and isn't that beautiful? And the collective message is she offers the sacred wine, so drink. Listen, okay, so I have to do this. I have to do this. Guess what I bought before? It's in my bag. And this is why, oh my goodness, this is why I literally said to myself, Akita, when you finish this, you're going to have a glass of wine. So I just bought a glass of wine, a bottle of wine. Cannot make this stuff up. So, and I wasn't sure if I should put it on the table. I really didn't know if I should or shouldn't. But I said to myself, well, it's an intimate session. And maybe a glass of wine would just be perfect for the ambiance. And the first card out is she offers the sacred wine, so drink. Oh my goodness. Well, that's what I said, right? If there was any synchronicity or deeper messages, I would definitely share them with you. And it's the amethyst crystal. So, and it's number 32. All right, so let's get into it. Number 32. What is the message? She offers the sacred wine, so drink. O wine giver of enlightened hearts, offer me the wine of your kindness, for this is the reason you have brought me here from the desert of oblivion. O beautiful wine giver, pour me the wine that gives me insight. Offer me the wine from the sea of love, and fill my heart with pearls. Pour it into my heart until I shred the veil and go beyond reason. My spirit is consumed by judgment, and my life is reduced by thoughts. Pour that precious wine over the frozen cries of skeptics until their words become warm and their nays become yes. Will you say yes to me? I want to take you with me on a wild adventure. There will be tripping, stumbling, falling like fools, laughing our most unconstrained laughter as we drink the sweetness of offerings. Raucous and silly shall we be, though undoubtedly we are from the noblest and most royal lineage. Nonetheless, standing inside the tavern warm and illumined by the golden hearth fires, we will hold onto each other, barely able to stand up straight, crying with so much laughter, sweet wine coursing through our blood. Beloved, you are being offered a gift that is beyond your understanding. This is a gift from the hand of the divine beloved, an offering to you that will lift you beyond what you have known into the next opening of your inner eye, of your heart, of your soul, so that it may caress the earth with the light of heaven. This may sound wonderful. Indeed, it is. Yet welcome though this gift may be, there is a trick to receiving it, you see. When the sweet wine is offered, you must drink, but also be willing to become drunk. You must be willing to let go of your control. You must trust in what will happen. Trust that you will be cared for, or that you may appear to be the fool. You must be willing to not have all the answers, or indeed any answers at all, my wise soulmate, and trust that this is according to the higher plan and not some inadequacy or error. So, will you accept the gift that is coming to you, the offering that the sacred feminine brings to you now? It is sweet wine she offers. It shall be an enjoyable journey receiving this gift, a wearing away of resistance and restraints towards life through the sheer pleasures of aliveness without thought. Oh, what a journey this is to be for you. So much that is truly wonderful and incredible, sacred and extraordinary awaits you. You, who are asked to drink from the generous cup of the beloved, is bringing towards your lips. So what if your speech becomes incoherent and you have no words to describe what you feel, or if the world around you ceases to understand you? Could any of that compare to the great bliss of being fully alive and dancing with the divine ones in dazed splendor at the beauty of life? This is a party you want to attend, trust me, even though no one will be much interested in talking because they will be too busy dancing. Everyone will envy you, though if you open your heart to invite them too, many will say, "Oh no, I have to wash my hair, and I have to sort through my accounts, and count my fingers and my toes. It will take me too long, and I simply won't be ready to attend." But you go, of course. You enjoy yourself, whilst I am working along and hard at things so very important. And you may hang your head and wonder if you too should stay at home to wash your hair and tend to your accounts and count your fingers and toes, many times over perhaps, to make sure you get it right. But then you'll hear the distant sounds of clinking glasses, of music, of stomping and dancing and laughter, and you'll think a wise thought, so wise indeed, that you'll stop thinking immediately after thinking it. That thought will be, forget this to-do list. I am going to have some fun. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Are you having fun yet? Well, you may need to wash your hair and tend to your accounts. That is fine. You may even need to count your fingers and toes. But over and over again, beloved, surely you can find some time in between the endless to-dos of your to-do list to throw a tantrum and come dancing with me instead. Your honor and commitment, discipline and focus are certainly to be rewarded. But some uninhabited nonsense, hopefully, come. Put aside that seriousness for a moment or more and allow the wild child in you to take your body and soul for a spin. Together, let's go and paint the town with the color of love. The sacred honoring ritual. If you can have a glass of wine with some drinkable liquid, water is fine, or juice or wine if appropriate, and you prefer this option, then have it ready for your ritual. Place your hands over the filled glass and say the following. All things emanate from the divine beloved, and the divine beloved lives in all things. In this sacred nectar, I receive the gift of love from the divine beloved. I sip, I drink, I partake of the sacred gift offered to me now. I place my mind aside and choose instead to bear witness to what is offered now. Through the gift of grace, I ask for assistance, that I may remember what it is to play and to find the joy of living, the delight of my path, and the humor of life. Bless me with such grace, so be it. Drink. You have finished your sacred honoring ritual, unless you feel like dancing around your lounge room, after which you shall have then completed your sacred honoring ritual. Well, that is a beautiful, beautiful message. And let's go directly into the Elgri deck and see what card comes out. Now, this was actually the 13th card, even though I'm doing it as the first card, just because it's the collective message. So I'm going to go get the card from the bottom of the deck, which would be the 13th card. And the message is she who enfolds. Eternity, swath, embrace, and self-care. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so we have both of those messages right there. And let's go into that. Etrin. I think that's eternity, right? But it says it's actually probably a French word. Être ente. Être ente. I did do French. Être ente. To be inside, maybe. To be être is to be, ente, like maybe internally. So yeah, to be inside, self-care, swath, embrace. Yes, I love that. That's a new word. Être ente. Être ente. I like it. And I said eternity, but no, it's not eternity. I looked at it again. All right. Okay, so let's get that message. Être ente, she who enfolds, has wrapped herself up in 3 layers of soft, colorful cloth. Her crown indicates that she rules herself. Her companion, a cousin to the scrub jay, is a noisy defender of her space. But our flaxen-haired ruler has no need of this protection. Self-care is a key component of her sovereignty. She surrounds herself as a mother swaddles an infant to contain and to comfort Her name means embrace in French. Être ente also knows anyone who would be truly close to her must respect her independence. Être ente comes to teach you to trust and protect your layers. Do not be an open book now. Let those who would know you have a challenge. You are not being coy. You are being careful with your precious self. It is important to make this distinction. Sometimes we open ourselves up too soon and too much. Be discerning with how much you reveal so others understand you are not to be taken lightly. Remember, it is perfectly acceptable to hold parts of yourself back until you are ready. Questions: how can I comfort myself right now? Who deserves to see past all my layers? And what should I allow myself to embrace? Oh, those are beautiful companion messages. Also, Etra Ente is basically, yes, saying to use that eye of discernment and, don't give your gold to everybody. It's truly like that saying, don't feed your pearls to swine. We just have to know who is going to be able to value us. We now know our worth. It's truly about knowing your worth and knowing who is it. It's not a judgment on, on the person, but it's just you knowing your value and your worth and then aligning that with somebody that can reciprocate that energy that you are giving out. They can give that back to you. All right. And to embrace the sacred wines and the sweet nectars of life, to dance, to enjoy, and to not be so worried about the rules and the messy hair and the to-do list and all of that. But if we, if it's like if we get so caught up in what we must do, we truly forget to enjoy the sweet nectars and the wine. Right? So this is where we're starting. This is a beautiful place to start at because no matter what sign you are, hey, drink some wine and be discerning about who you drink that wine with. All right? You don't share your precious, beautiful time with any and everybody. Barriers and borders. It's time for us to put up those barriers and borders so that we can walk our path without all of those disturbances. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. I love the way it began. Let's get into the first one, and hopefully I can just keep all of these messages going without on one taping. But if not, then I will, I'll just put some timestamps in there. All right, so let's look at the first one, which was going to be Aries. And I had it under a beautiful rose quartz crystal. So let's see what message is coming in for Aries. Oh, and the beautiful, isn't this color is definitely the energy, right? The first one out, and it has the color. It's like this mixture of the purple and the magenta, it got the garnet. It's a deep, rich purple. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And this is number 26, Aries. Al-Usa, star of Venus. Yes. Okay. Let's see what message is there for Al-Usa, the star of Venus. Number 26. And this is for Aries. This is a message from the divine heart for Aries. Number 26. I just have to make sure that my ringer is off. I would hate for my phone to ring during this session. All right, Al-Usa, star of Venus, Aries, number 26. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am regal, pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here before you, lovely Rumi. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life, with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness, pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. The star of Venus is the great androgyne, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When this star seeks us out